Welcome to Vegan Finds, where we're going to turn this into this. Black truffle, white asparagus with feta quiche. Stick around, we'll show you how easy it is to make. Okay, so we're going to be making a black truffle, white asparagus, feta cheese quiche. That's the word I was looking for, quiche. I have some leftover, basically mushroom duxelle that I made for our butternut squash Wellington, and I used this product here. I don't know if you can see it all too well, but this is a black truffle tapenade. I only added about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more, maybe a tablespoon and a half of the mixture to our chopped mushrooms, and it is potent. It is delicious. It is excellent. I got this from snuckfoods.com. That's SNUKFOODS.com. I'll leave a link down below. We're not sponsored. We don't get anything for this. I do know the CEO. She's a terrific person. I hope to continue to kind of help her out going forward. So the first thing I want to do is I have a pre-made pie shell from Wholly Gluten Free. It's vegan. I'm going to dock it. I'm going to pre-bake it so it's crispy on the bottom. I need to basically cook the asparagus. I'm going to leave them whole, and I'm just going to basically steam them in a pan of water. So I just need to chop off the ends here, and I'm just going to do that, hopefully in one fell swoop. Now if you got a freezer, feel free to save these things and throw them into some stock. I guess it's white asparagus season in the southern parts of the world, and so I'm going to give these a quick rinse because they feel a little bit sandy to me. And the difference between white asparagus and green asparagus is that the white asparagus is covered in the sand, doesn't see the light of day, so that's why this is white and not green. Green is the chlorophyll inside the plant. As it gets hit by the sun, it creates chlorophyll, which is what feeds the plant. So I'm going to give these a quick rinse. Then I'm going to put them in my pan. I'm going to turn the pan on, get it heated up, and we will get back to this momentarily. For those of you who are not familiar with the Wholly gluten-free pie shell, this is what the packaging looks like. You can see it's certified vegan, obviously certified gluten-free, and these are the only pie shells that we use, that we purchase. They make a really terrific pie, and you won't be disappointed. I've got my asparagus in the pan. The pan is obviously starting to get hot. I don't want my asparagus too cooked. I want it cooked but not floppy. I know Doris likes her asparagus more well cooked than I do, but I'm making this, so I make the rules on this one. So anyway, this will probably cook for 5 to 7 minutes. Once this comes to like a boil, I'm going to lower the heat and just have it essentially simmer slash steam in this pan. So I'll be back once this is fully rolling, and I'll show you what I do. As you can see, the water's starting to boil, and I'm going to just lower the temperature just a teeny tiny bit, because like I said, I want it to cook through. I don't want it to cook too much. I don't want it to be, just a soggy thing, because we're going to be putting this in the oven. It's going to bake until it's done, which could take another 20 minutes. So we just want these basically cooked through. And don't do what I do and stick your hand in the pan, because that's a good way to get burnt. If you want, you can kind of adjust them, and basically you're going to just kind of push with the fork. If there's a lot of resistance like this, it's not ready. And obviously I know it's not ready because I just got the pan heated. So I'll be back to show you what this looks like when it's finished, and we'll be ready to basically put the tart together and get it in the oven. Okay, so one thing I failed to mention is that you want to salt the water that you're cooking these in, and these are just about done. You can see how the fork is now starting to go in. The ends are still a little bit tough, as you can see, but they're just about ready. And I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm just going to let them sit in there while I wait for my pie tart shell to be ready for the filling. And again, this is not going to take very long once we get this all set up. So while I got you, I'm going to talk about the Just Egg. Now, Alexa, turn off timer. Your inclination is to shake this, but I'm just telling you, don't shake it. Even though the directions say on the back, shake it. When you're making a quiche, don't shake it. It works better that way. I don't know why. It just does. So I'm not going to shake it, and I'm going to take my tart shell out of the pan, and I'm going to start setting this up so you can see how it finishes off. We're going to add our mushroom duxelle to our pan. Now, if you're not familiar with what a duxelle is, it's mushrooms and onions that's been cooked down and gets this nice pasty quality. I added truffles to this, and this was actually made with shallots and some butternut squash, because it was actually used for another dish, our butternut squash Wellington, which was delicious. And I'm just going to spread this on the bottom. Oh, it smells so good. And like I said in that recipe, you're going to have some left over, so what are you going to do with it? You could have used this as a dip. If you don't want to add butternut squash, you won't. I'm going to put it in the ingredients list, but if you don't have butternut squash handy, no big deal, quite honestly. I don't think the butternut squash adds anything. It's just more of a one of those situations where you don't want to waste the squash that you have. So here we go. So this is now coating the bottom. Now I'm going to put the next layer on, which is going to be our wonderful asparagus here. I'm just going to try and get the longest pieces in first. Get them stacked up. Whoop. Still a little hot. Burning my fingers as we go along here. Whew. Well, it's going to be good. Okay. Ow. That guy's a little long. Now it's a little too short. There we go. Well, this is working out good for me. I'm gonna have some leftover for myself. All right. Let's see, got a piece here, and a piece there, and a piece there. Okay. So I'm going to take a little feta cheese. I'm going to layer that on top of our asparagus right now. I'm using the Violife vegan feta which we have had a lot of success with. We really like it. Tastes like feta. Although I will, and it's great for stuff like this because it kind of melts down. We do make a tofu feta, or a feta out of tofu. That is absolutely terrific in salads, but I wouldn't recommend using it in something like this. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble here opening the package. Does this happen to you? Oh my god. This is why I hate these things. It says open here, and then when you open it, it doesn't open. I'm just taking the label off. That's all I'm doing. I'm a doofus. That was why I was having so much trouble. There we go. It pays to know how to open. Oh, there's a little water in there, people. Just letting you know. So I'm just going to slice up some pieces here. I'm just going to layer that down. Oops. And I'm just going to layer the cheese over that. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. So we got our feta cheese on there, and now we're just going to pour our just egg on top. There we go. Just about the whole bottle. I'm just going to give it a little shake. Make sure it gets everywhere. Alright. So I'm going to turn the oven up to 400. I'm going to bake this until it's basically starting to brown on top. You'll know. You'll see it. It'll be obvious. I'll be back in a flash. Okay, so the pie cooked for, I want to say, a good 45 minutes. I took it out and let it rest. It may jiggle just a little bit in the middle when you take it out, but it will firm up, as you can see, from doing that. So now I'm going to cut myself a slice. And we'll see. How it looks. Okay, so here it is. Little asparagus fell out, but I'm just going to hold it so you can see the side view. It layered perfectly, it cooked perfectly. I'm about to dig in. So if you like these videos, please click subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, give us a thumbs up, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Click the bell for notifications, subscribe, share with your friends. Just enjoy, be healthy, be safe, and we will see you again on our next video.